Hey everyone, John here from Byte Size Cruises. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're a travel agency. Our goal here is to give you the best information possible about cruising so you can plan to go on an amazing cruise vacation. Today we're here on the amazing wonder of the seas. We are looking down here at the pool deck. There are several pools on board here, and we're going to take a look at all of the different things going on. We are looking down at deck 15 there. We're up on deck 16 here with the casitas. And again, looking down at another pool. Love that they have the stadium seating here alongside the pool. So you can watch videos, you can relax there. Now we're gonna pop out to the back of deck 16 here. This is the Wonder Playscape. This is a new feature on the newer Oasis class ships. On the older ships, this would be where the sports court is. And then obviously there are two flow riders on the old Oasis class ships. Older Oasis class ships. But on this one, they have this Wonder Playscape, which is really cool. Little play area for kids. They have the golf there, the mini golf. Lots of fun things going on. It's much more ornate than the older Oasis class ships. And then as we wind down, we're gonna look straight ahead at the Ultimate Abyss. This is your slide. It's a dry slide that goes all the way down to the boardwalk on deck 6. You have like a little sleeping bag that you pop yourself into and you whip on down to deck 6. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend you try it at least once. There's also a bar back here as well. So if you are up here and you're just hanging out, maybe playing at the sports court or the flow rider, you can stop up here and grab some drinks at the bar. The aforementioned flow rider now, they have one on Wonder, one on Utopia as well. You get a good look at it here. You can do boogie boarding and surfing. I think having one is plenty. I know a lot of times on the older ships, one of them would be not being used at different times. Here's the sports court. They just flipped it to the other side on the newer Oasis class ships. And then we're gonna wander up a little bit and head to El Loco Fresh. This is Mexican food. This is included in your cruise fare. Open for lunch and dinner. You can pop in here, grab yourself some tacos, some burritos, chips, salsa, queso, quesadillas, even some grab and go items like salads and things. You do have a full salsa bar here, so make sure you get here early if you're stopping in for lunch or dinner, and they even have desserts. If you wind around to the right here, there is also a bar where you can grab drinks as well. Here we are looking at the Crown Lounge. So if you are Diamond or above, you want to get away from the crowds for a little bit, you can pop into here, get some fancy coffee, and enjoy yourself for a little bit. Right across from the Crown Lounge is the Unboxed area. This is the kind of most comprehensive version of the Unboxed concept I've seen. This is basically where you can get all of your sundries. You can get headphones, you can get iPods, you can get all kinds of crazy things here. And you can get sun lotion, any kind of medicines you need, deodorants, anything you would need on a day-to-day basis. It is all available there. Here we are continuing on our upper decks, and this is Hooked Seafood. This is going to be right above the solarium on deck 16. This is a seafood restaurant that is specialty dining, so you do have to pay extra for this. I don't find this restaurant to be good enough where I would think paying extra for dinner would be worth it. It's a little more expensive, but if you would like to do it, I would recommend doing it for lunch. Check it out. It's not very expensive for lunch, and you can get yourself a really nice, fun seafood lunch if you are into seafood. Continuing along, we're on deck 15 here, right outside the windjammer. This is the Mason jar. Again, another new concept for the Oasis class ships. This is also on Utopia. This is like a Southern comfort food type of restaurant. Again, specialty dining, so you do have to make reservations. It is a bar in the evening though. You can pop in here at any time. They'll have some live entertainment going on. Don't need a reservation for that. You can just come sit at the bar, grab yourself one of those peanut butter old fashions, and have a wonderful evening here. As I mentioned, we are right outside the Windjammer, so we're gonna head into the Windjammer after this and take a look at the buffet on board of Wonder of the Seas. On the newer Oasis ships, the layout of the buffet is much better than it was on Oasis or say Symphony, but there is a brand new layout here. You come in the middle, you have these beautiful hand washing stations. You can even relax here and just hang out a little bit if you need a break. And then as you head back, there are going to be two separate sides to the buffet. You can use either side if it is open and available. Generally speaking, in the morning, they don't open both sides until a little bit later in the morning when it gets a little more busy. Same for lunch, same for dinner. So if you are getting here a little bit early, it might be a little counterintuitive. If you come early, it might be a little more crowded because there is only one side open. But they do have the same food stations on both sides. So once both sides are open, you'll be able to get all of your fun breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks here at the Windjammer. We'll let you just wander through here for a minute. Next up, we're going to pop out here on deck 15. We're going to take a look at a few of the other pool areas. So we're going to take a look at the kids pool and kind of the splash pad area. One of the big kind of revolutions and new things that they did on the Icon class is that they put all of this stuff down on where the boardwalk would be and made an entire surfside area for families. But here it is up on the pool deck. You have your splash pad, all the fun things for kids, your kids' pool, and that is where the water slides are as well. Now wander over to the lime and the coconut and sprinkles there, which is your soft serve ice cream on the pool deck. And then we'll head over here to the lime and coconut bar. There is a lime and coconut up on deck 16 as well. Plenty of places to get drinks on the pool decks. And lots of fun and comfortable seating as well. This is a brand new bar that is right outside the solarium. It is really beautiful. This is where the hot tubs used to be outside of the solarium. Now there's only one on the other side. And here we go inside of the solarium on deck 15. It's a really beautiful, peaceful space. It is fully enclosed, unlike the ones on, say, Oasis and the earlier ships in the Oasis class. The solarium is temperature controlled. It is beautiful in there. You have several little kind of what I would consider kind of resting or waiting pools where you just sit and relax. Plenty of seating. Multiple decks here. You can go down further. And it is very spacious, even more so than on Symphony. I find that there's more open space here. You have some hot tubs. You can go outside to the wing areas through the doors. They are only open certain times of the day though, just be aware of that. Lots of cushion lounge chairs, standard lounge chairs. And connected to the solarium area is going to be the Solarium Bistro. This is an included food option. The solarium is adults only. The Solarium Bistro is not. So you can bring your kids in to the Solarium Bistro for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It is just a smaller version of the buffet. I really like it. It is quieter than it is up in the Windjammer, but it is nice here. You can pop in, grab some food. It's slightly kind of, I would say, a little more, let's say, California fare, a little healthier than the standard buffet, but they do have breakfast with all your bacon and sausage and everything as well. Next up, we're going to pop down to deck 12 and check out Wonderland. Wonderland specialty dining, it is very what I would consider playful and inventive. So you're going to have a lot of different plays on texture here, where something looks like something but tastes like something else, or kind of is shaped to resemble something and it tastes like that. It's a really interesting concept. If you have not tried it, I definitely recommend you try it. Probably don't need to go every time you go on one of the Oasis class ships, but if you've not done it or you haven't done it in a while, I highly, highly recommend it. It's a real play on Alice in Wonderland, and in every one of these restaurants on all of the ships, you will find a hidden Alice. So there is Alice in Wonderland somewhere in the restaurant, you just have to find her. It is 2 decks. The bar is upstairs and then the dining is downstairs. There's even a big table down here if you have a large party, which I think would be a ton of fun. We're gonna head out of there down to deck 10. This is the card room. I'm gonna play some games or just hang out, do some trivia. Then we're gonna head down to deck 8 to Central Park. First up, we're going to take a look at Chops Grill. This is a specialty restaurant, a steak specialty restaurant. It is very, very good. Going to wander back out here into Central Park. All of the plants and the trees that you see are real. They are not fake plants, plastic or anything like that. These are all real trees, real plants, real shrubs, all maintained and cared for by Royal Caribbean. As we wander down, you're going to see Giovanni's Wine Bar and Giovanni's Italian Restaurant. On your left here, Giovanni's Italian Restaurant is a specialty dining restaurant, which means that it does cost extra to go there. It is very good. We'll take a peek inside the wine bar here. And then we'll head over to the restaurant. So you can see they have pizzas, pastas, all kinds of Italian fare there. And we're going to head back out into Central Park. There's live music in Central Park every evening. Sometimes there's even some things going on during the day. It's just a very beautiful, peaceful area. This is open in the middle of the ship, just so you're aware, so you are completely outside here. We're going to head over here to the Park Cafe. This is open for breakfast and lunch every day. It is included in your cruise fare. They do have a bagel bar here in the morning with some oatmeal and some grab-and-go items. And then for lunch, they have roast beef sandwiches, a salad bar, a soup bar, and another bunch of grab-and-go items for lunch as well. It is very big, and there is indoor and outdoor seating. Then we'll continue down our trek here of Central Park. There is a bar in Central Park as well called the Trellis Bar. You can stop there, hang out there in the evening and grab some drinks. Central Park is open and available 24 hours a day. You can hang out there. It is a very, what I would say, it's more of a peaceful area. It's not really a loud kind of party area, but there are a lot of little nooks and crannies where you could sit and read a book during the day, or just hang out in the evening and have a wonderful night. Yeah, plenty of places to hang out, wander through Central Park here, just admire that all of this craziness is on board a cruise ship. This is one of the several places on board any of the Oasis class ships where you truly kind of will lose sight of the fact that you're on a ship, and you will just think that you're in a city, on a street somewhere, in a park. It's really, really crazy that they're able to do this on a cruise ship. There's the Trellis Bar that we talked about. And we're gonna head down here and we're gonna check out 150 Central Park, one of the other specialty dining restaurants. Lots of specialty dining here on board and in Central Park. Also, the Rising Tides bar was just there that we just passed. That goes up and down from the Promenade. It takes about 40 minutes. You can have a drink on there. Here is 150 Central Park, kind of French American fusion. And now we pop out of Central Park and we check out the music hall. If you were thinking about having a private party or wedding or something like that on board of Wonder of the Seas, this is one of the venues that will be open to you to complete that party. So if you're doing a wedding, it's actually a really cool place. You get married up there on the stage overlooking the boardwalk and the slide in the background there, which is really cool. And then you would have your reception right here afterwards. If you would like to get married on board of Wonder of the Seas, let us know. We'd love to help you plan your wedding. Now we're going to pop down to deck 6 and we're going to check out the Vitality Cafe. This is also where the spa and the fitness center are. We really don't go in there. I don't want to bother people while they're working out. So we just check out the little cafe here. You can get smoothies and things here. Then we pop out and we check out the shore excursions desk and the photo center on board here. If you are coming forward from the back of the ship, this is going to be on your right-hand side or on the starboard side of the ship. And then we'll back up a little bit and we'll go left or port and we'll check out the schooner bar. And the loyalty desk is right there as well. So if you have any questions about your Crown and Anchor membership, and then the amazing schooner bar here. Do a little piano music every evening with a singer. A lot of fun to hang out at the schooner bar. On board any of the Royal Caribbean ships, you will find a schooner bar. If we then reverse our course here and we're going to go to the back of the ship, we're going to check out the boardwalk on board. Boardwalk looks exactly as you would think it would. It looks like an old school boardwalk. So on your left here, you're going to see that we have the Dog House, which is basically just a hot dog and sausage stop. That is open for lunch and dinner every day. It is included in your cruise fare. You can come out and grab yourself something to eat at any time. There's a beautiful carousel in front of you with all these wonderful handmade wooden carousel figures. On your left here, we have Sugar Beach, which is a candy shop and also a little ice cream parlor. There's also a little shop up there on your left for like some bathing suits and different things like that. And then as we wind down through the boardwalk area here, on your right-hand side, we're gonna have Playmakers. Playmakers is a sports bar. It does have food here. It is not included in your cruise fare. It would be considered specialty dining. But Playmakers on Wonder here is huge. There are private spaces in there. If you'd like to rent them out, you can certainly do that. If you have a party and you want to hang out and watch a game or do something fun, you can do that. We're going to pop in and take a look at those. You can also sit out here or sit inside. Here's one of your little owner's boxes if you want to hang out, get some food, kind of sit with your party. Tons of other seating in here. There are video games in here. They do have some old school video arcade games in here. The one thing I will say is that the old school video games, like Pac-Man and those things, are all included in your cruise fare. You can play those. The newer ones are games of chance. You have to swipe your card to play. They do have most of the big sporting events on. If you are on the cruise during something like the NCAA tournament, or the Super Bowl or Sunday in the NFL season, you will see all the games that you would normally see if you were home. You see as we wind through here, you see more of the arcade area. Little pool table. some foosball, there's air hockey, a bunch of different things going on here. There are those old school video games I mentioned that are included. You don't have to pay any extra to play those. And then you have another one of these owner's boxes back here where you can kind of reserve it and hang out with your friends. We're gonna pop back out onto the boardwalk and you're gonna see Johnny Rockets over here on your left. That is not included in your cruise fare. However, they do have breakfast there, which is included in your cruise fare. You can pop there for breakfast any morning. And have a nice little breakfast outside. Again, this area is uncovered and outside on deck 6. And then straight ahead in front of us is going to be the Aqua Theater. We'll show you a quick little shot of the Aqua Theater. And on your left over there is going to be the little kids climbing area. And a rock climbing wall. There are 2 rock climbing walls, one on each side. And this is where that slide comes out. Now we're going to pop down to deck 5 in the very front of the ship, and this is the Royal Theater. It's where all the shows take place on board the ship. It is beautiful, plenty of space in there, and we found that it was pretty empty for most of the shows, considering it was only a 3-day cruise, and most people are just running around, drinking, hanging out by the pool, doing different things. They're too busy to go to the shows. Next up here, you have the Bionic Bar. This is where you have 2 little robot bartenders that occasionally, when they're not broken, will make you some drinks. It's a very highly maintained area. It does cost a lot of money to keep these running, and they are broken a lot, so just so you're aware. But it is fun. It's a fun little thing you want to try once. Now we have guest services on the promenade here. We're going to wander down the promenade, and you'll get to see how large the promenade area is and all the different things that they have. We have the next cruise desk where you can book your next Royal Caribbean vacation. Plenty of shopping along the little path here, and the Cafe Promenade over there where you can grab and go a bunch of things pretty much 24 hours a day. Coffee, tea, some sandwiches, yogurts. We're going to continue down the promenade here. On the promenade of all these royal ships, you'll see one of these cars here. There is a different car on every ship, as tradition hails. And then we see Sorrento's Pizza, which is open a lot. I would say it's open from like maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning till about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, depending what's going on board the ship, and grab yourself some pizza. We have the Royal Caribbean logo store there. If you want to buy any Royal Caribbean swag, you can get it there. And then as we wander down, just more shops. You have like a little sundry store there. You have makeup stores, different things going on, watches. Here we have the Cask and the Clipper. This is the British pub on board. There is a live music in there every night. They usually have a guitar player in there. Great beer selection. Service in there is excellent. It's a great place just to escape the busyness of the promenade every once in a while and go hang out and grab yourself a beer. We're going to wander a little bit further down the promenade and we're going to check out Spotlight Karaoke. This is the place where if you would like to do karaoke and be the star on board the ship, you can do that here. They also have private karaoke rooms that you can rent out as well for you and your friends if you would like to do that. Boleros is the Latin bar on board. They have live music in there every night as well, which is a blast. You can check that out. We drop down to deck 4 and check out the Comedy Club, which is the attic. Izumi Hibachi and Sushi are down there. And then we will check out the main casino, which is massive. Tons of slot games. So half of the casino is smoking here, or more aggressively smoking than the other half. And then there is a full non-smoking casino, which we will show you. Obviously not as large as this, but it is sectioned out. It is where the old jazz club used to be on the older Oasis class ships. Here we have the non-smoking casino. And just a few things left here after that. I'm going to show you the main dining rooms. So there are main dining rooms on deck 3, 4, and 5, depending on what time your dinner is and what meals you're going to. So if you're going to breakfast, you might be on 3. Going to lunch or dinner, you might be on 4 or 5, again, depending on your times. The dining rooms are massive and very beautiful, as you will see here. And then finally, on deck 4, last but not least, we're going to show you the ice rink, which is amazing. It's amazing that they do ice shows on board of a cruise ship. But here it is. That was the Wonder of the Seas. If you have any questions at all, or you would like some help planning your next Royal Caribbean vacation, please let us know. Leave a comment below or reach out to me at jp@bytesizecruises.com. Thanks so much. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and happy cruising.